This is going to be a wrestling video. I haven't done a lot of these lately, because I just find that I don't really have a desire to make a ton of wrestling videos anymore. But I wanted to talk about this one topic, and that is Jim Cornette has been talking about it. People on Facebook wrestling groups that I follow have posted a few things about it, and that is the Mick Foley taking a wrestler called Joey Ryan on the independent circuit. He's, so I guess, sort of big on the independent circuit. I know of him, so I don't, it's not like I don't know who he is. I know who he is, like I've seen him before, but him taking Joey Ryan's dickplex or something, I guess that's his big thing now. I don't know. No pun intended there. No, his big thing, no pun intended there. But that and just Joey Ryan's whole dick thing in general. Now, I've listened to a lot of Jim Cornette's rants on it, and I enjoy Jim Cornette. Like, I'll admit, I mean, like, I'll be the first to admit that Jim Cornette is definitely old school, to say the least. I mean, he is, a lot of people say he's out of touch, and I would agree with that to a certain extent. He's very much like the grandparent that, like, kind of says, oh, you know, before all this technology, things were so much better and everything. He's very much like that type of grandparent type figure as when it comes to wrestling. But at the same time, though, I do understand some of the things that he says. Some of them make sense, some of them I actually even agree on. So I agree with him on some things, I disagree with other things, so there you go. But with Joey Ryan, I agree with him in certain aspects, and I'll explain that. But Joey Ryan, as far, like, personally for me, and this is all opinion based, so I mean, if you enjoy Joey Ryan and the dick thing, then more power to you. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to like and what not to like. This is just my opinion solely. The whole Joey Ryan in the dick plex thing or whatever, I've seen it like once, but yeah, the whole thing with Joey Ryan and the dick thing, I know a lot of people enjoy it and a lot of people like it and find it funny. And again, that's great, you know, more power to those people, but me personally, I just find it to be really stupid. I mean, honestly, like, if I'm watching wrestling, you know, and if I'm watching wrestling somewhere and someone walks in and I'm watching and there's a guy on the screen doing a suplex or a slam or whatever with his dick, I'm gonna be ashamed of what I'm watching, and I'm gonna be really embarrassed to explain to the other person that, yeah, this guy is flipping someone with his dick. Like, it, I mean, like, I don't know, like, it's just not something I would be caught watching. I wouldn't be caught dead watching anything like that. As far as Joey Ryan and the dick thing or anything really campy like that goes, because it's really campy in my opinion. But yeah, I don't enjoy it. I think it's stupid. And then as far as Joey Ryan as a wrestler, my earliest memory of him was from 2012 with the whole gut check thing in TNA when he didn't get, he didn't get like two, he got like one, I don't know, he didn't get in, he didn't pass the gut check tests, and then there was that whole storyline with him and Al Snow and the judges pretty much. So I remember him then, and there was the whole outrage, there was some outrage that he didn't get past, so I wanted to look up some matches of him from the indies, so I did, and I've watched a few matches of his on the indies, and really, again, just my opinion, but again, I don't really, from what I saw, nothing about him really stands out to me. Like, nothing about his wrestling or anything he does really stands out to me that much. I mean, the only thing that really stands out to me is his gimmick, which is kind of like the sleazy gimmick, you know, which, I'm not a fan of either, but I get it. It's unique, you know. It can get some heat, so it's a unique gimmick, you know. So I mean, I won't hate on that or anything. I won't shit on that. Hate on that. I hate saying that phrase. Forget I said that. I won't shit on that. Let's go with that. Because fucking hate, the fucking term hate. Anyways, but yeah, like for example, the New Day in WWE. Same thing, it's not my favorite gimmick, it's not my favorite character, but I respect the fact that it's popular and that it can get heat, you know, face or heel heat, whatever. You know, but also, you know, all three guys in there I think have talent as far as wrestling goes, and I respect them all as wrestlers, so, with Joey Ryan, I don't think he's really anything that special as a wrestler. I know some people like him. I don't, but I just don't really see anything special that he does in the ring or anything, or I don't know. Never really been that high on Joey Ryan at all. And then with this whole dick thing recently, I just kind of indifferent. I'm just like, I think it's pretty fucking stupid, and I think it's ridiculous, but I mean, if people like it, then more power to them. That's pretty much my whole thoughts on it. I really don't like it, but, you know, hey, entertainment is subjective, and that's the case with this. But, like, I agree with Jim Cornette in the sense that he thinks that it's stupid as well. He thinks it's dumb. And someone is blasting music in the car out there. But, anyways, I agree with him in the sense that he thinks it's stupid, but, like, he'll go as far as to say that it's disrespecting the wrestling business, that it's ruining the wrestling business or exposing the wrestling business, and I don't really agree with that necessarily. Like, it's disrespecting the wrestling business. I don't think so, because I don't really agree with that, because there's been silly things done in wrestling before, and WWE, TNA, or any company. I mean, there have been over the top things done before, as far as comedy goes, and as far as exposing the wrestling business or ruining the wrestling business, I think it was exposed a long time ago. And I think it was, I don't know that I would say ruined, but I mean, it's definitely not, the past decade has not been the best for for wrestling, so I'd say it was ruined a while ago, if we want to use the term ruined. So in that sense, I don't agree with Jim, but in the sense that that the whole dick thing is just stupid, then yeah, I kind of agree. But yeah, so really, to sum up, I don't like the dick thing. I think it's stupid. And the thing is that when it comes to me with humor, I'm kind of particular about the humor that I watch. Like, for example, I don't like Family Guy. I know I'm a horrible person. I've got a black heart. I don't like Family Guy. I don't really watch South Park. I don't really watch like American Dad. I don't watch a lot of that kind of stuff. Bob's Burgers. I don't really like. I just don't find a lot of it to be particularly funny. Rick and Morty is another thing. I just don't really. I don't really enjoy. Like, I don't know. I know I'm a horrible person. I don't like any of those shows. Yeah, I know. I'm like one of the 2% of people on Earth that doesn't like those shows. But I don't know. For me, I just like, a lot of the time, especially with like comedy today, I feel like it's just trying too hard. And with my humor, my comedy, I prefer my humor to be a little bit more dry and a little bit more less in your face, less crude, just like dry and dry, you know, dry humor and stuff like that. Like, a good example would be like The Office, especially like the first 4 seasons of The Office. That's more my type of humor. Like, there is like crude humor in The Office, but it's not like used, like, because in a lot of comedies I've noticed that, especially today, like crude humor and shock humor is used more often, like a lot, and it just gets old after a while. But with The Office, like with the first 4 seasons especially, it doesn't really rely on that. Like, the humor is much more clever and dry and everything, and there is crude humor in there, but it doesn't overuse it. So, and I'm okay with like crude or shock humor once in a while. It's fine, you know. I'm not against that type of humor, but just it seems like it's just overused today. So, anyways, I completely got off topic, but that seems to be kind of like the same thing with the Joey Ryan dick thing. I'm just kind of one of those prudes that doesn't find it to be funny, or I just don't like it. I think it's stupid. But anyways, yeah, I guess that's really about it. It seemed like an interesting topic to talk about, so I figured I'd come on here and make a video about it. So, as far as Jim Cornette goes, I think he's entertaining. I think his rants are entertaining. And I agree with him on this to a certain extent. Some things I don't necessarily agree on, but for the most part, I agree with him on the Joey Ryan thing. And once again, to anyone who enjoys Joey Ryan or enjoys the dick thing, again, more power to you. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I wish I could, but I just can't get into it. So, but yeah. So I guess that's going to be it for this one, and I will talk to you guys later. So, peace, and have a good day.